go. Okay. So talk to me about pipeline. Where are we at so far?
Well, I just got the kitchen plans back last night. I got a Zoom meeting with my designer and draftsman on that kitchen bath remodel on Monday at 9 to
Okay.
basically just critique anything, and then move into selections.
Okay. So we're
So we,
probably 6 weeks from build on that kitchen.
yeah, I would say, yeah, depends how fast I can get through the cabinetry stage.
How big do you think it's going to be, that kitchen?
I think between the kitchen, bathroom, everything they're gonna do, they'll push 100,000.
Oh, I love it. Love it. That's the bread and butter that we want while our elephants wind through the system. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And so talk to me about what's going on in our build to suit strategy, and how that's evolving.
So I've got the plans in with the draftsman. I'm meeting with him again on Wednesday to finalize. I had a meeting yesterday with that realtor.
Okay.
Um, and he basically, we went through the plans. He's like, Anderson 100 windows are fine, save money there, but we need
Okay.
to have it at 3,200 square feet.
Okay.
He's like, I get spanked if the house is much less than that.
Okay. All
So
right.
I'm
Easy day.
revising getting that. And I asked my draftsman, he's like, well, normally it's at least a week. I'm like, this one's kind of like I need it done yesterday.
Yeah.
So I should have them plans back shortly.
Yeah, tell them to add a bedroom. Who fucking cares? It's not hard.
Uh, a bedroom and flow. The biggest problem we have right now that
Yeah.
brought to the realtor's attention and he agreed is this is a gorgeous view. Like
Right.
out the front window, you're looking over any other house in the development.
Yep.
You're literally over the top of them and you're looking into this bluff.
Yes. Okay.
And right now, the window that has that best view is in the master bedroom walk-in closet.
Okay. All right.
That's
No,
not going to work.
no, that's not going to work at all.
So I
Okay.
want to swap all that. But
Or
anyway,
or like a solarium or something. Okay. And so what do you think we're going to end up selling this for at 3,200 square feet?
realtor says, sure you could push 8, but he goes conservatively. I want you to be
720, 730.
720 to 750.
Okay, so at 720, what kind of gross margin are we hitting at 720?
I think with lot costs, you're going to build it for under 6. So you're looking at 120 grand.
Okay, so 120,000 off of. Okay, so yeah, all right. So 120 to 3 divided by, actually, you know what? Divide by 600. Yeah, we're gonna end up, 20%. That's standard for custom home builders. I'd like to squeeze out another 60 in profit, but that's in the hands of the realtor for the market, right?
The
Um,
problem is that they're going to walk away with, if you have to sell it through the realtor, you're going to, they're going to get 35 grand.
yeah,
So,
yep,
I mean, if we could get somebody to build on a lot and we just bought the lot from him and
yeah,
we sold directly, we would only pay the 135 for the lot
yeah,
and everything above and beyond is us.
yeah, yeah,
The the flip side is no offense, I'm okay
yeah,
giving up. I mean, basically the conversation I had with him yesterday was he's like, any subcontractor you need, if they aren't quality or on top of their shit, I
yeah,
kick them out and I don't use them.
yeah,
The other thing is he says, I got 10 years left in me. He goes, I want you to be my preferred builder. So let's get this thing moving and
yep,
let's get it sold.
yep, yep. I was gonna say with this guy, it's gonna be a volume play. It's just look, I'm for as call me the chief revenue officer here. Um, we don't have any overhead. We have none right now. Like our overhead is maybe 6% of revenue. So on, yeah, with us grossing 20% after taxes, we're still going to net 10 points after taxes and overhead, which is what we want to be as a fully developed company. It's just when we hire that project manager, when we have our logistics manager, when we have our design director, when we have a salesperson, we won't be able to do these deals at 20% anymore. So let's make this realtor a fuck ton of money. Let's get him leaning on us like a crutch. You with me on that? and
Mm-hmm.
then we're gonna start going up.
Well,
And go
he's
ahead.
he's already got the deals around the lake. I mean, he
Beautiful.
I told him if there's stuff we would be interested in learning more. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is like he's like, well, this one deal, it'll be worth 5 million when it's done. Here's my ideas. And I'm like, John, that's wonderful. Keep me in mind. We are not going to do that tomorrow.
Mm-mm. No.
That would be complete suicide.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. No, 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 no. Turn and burn. Okay. So from what I'm hearing is since we had kickoff, we have a about a $720,000 deal, and we got this $100,000 bathroom. What else? Or I'm sorry, kitchen. What else do we got?
I met with the people on that night I called you on that basement remodel. I
Sure.
mean, the I went down there like I everything was like it's a fucking go. I got him the contract. I got everything. I proposed because it's not that much design.
And they
I
backed out.
proposed a $5,000 retainer.
Yeah.
I said honestly, we can get you probably through design in 45 days and to build because it's that
Mm-hmm.
quick. And there's hesitation. So part of
Yeah. They're pikers. Look, everybody's shit scared right now. If the project isn't an absolute need, if it's a luxury or a want, which a big and let right. So
we're doing 3 bedrooms and a bath downstairs, so
right,
it's for their kids.
right,
I would push it more in a category of want. I think the concern is that the husband might think he can do it himself,
yeah, yeah. They all do.
and at which time, whatever.
Whatever. Not our customer. Just let that one go. That's not even there. So what we got is we got a big boy house that will go to build and
Plus,
what's
plus
that?
we got the two specs in Owatonna too that
Yeah. Talk to me about
are
that. How
like,
big are those?
I mean, they're 2,600 square foot.
What do you
They're
think we're
gonna
gonna
be,
what do you think we're gonna sell those bad boys at?
well, we've got the one listed at 525 and it appraised at 531. We've
Okay.
got the other one listed at 550 and it appraised at 551. One's
Okay.
a full basement, one's a walkout.
Okay. All right. So okay. So what I'm hearing is what's in the bag for this year is a couple ticks shy of 2 million, and we're coming into May. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
realistically, it's full fledged ahead on, well, what is that? Yeah, just
Yeah.
shy of 2 million. Yep.
So let's talk about the next.
Oh,
Go
I mean,
ahead.
I do you want what I have in work too? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I got a $300,000 remodel that
Yeah.
we're in
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. Yeah. That when did that start?
That started 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Dude, that's we were working. Okay. All right. So and what's that sold at?
It's an insurance job.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the current estimate's at about 220, but now that we're getting it demoed, I'm gonna say we're more around 300.
And how much gross are we going to carry on this?
Well, I'm hoping that I can gross profit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, insurance tries to kick you in at
Yeah, they do.
20, but I'm going to put my estimate together, try to pad it in some areas, and push it closer to 30, 35.
Love it.
I I doubt I'm going to get 40.
No, no, we don't need to hit 40. We don't have an office. We don't have employees. 30 is stroking it. Like your 30 is my 50. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay. So that's fine. Okay. So here's but what I'm and so that's in build right now, yeah?
that and then the last spec house is in current build too. It's got to be done by June 20th.
Oh Jesus. When did we start that one?
That one, I mean, we've had it framed since winter, and we just never
Okay,
continued
so that,
because
that, that that's a pre-remodel commander project. I won't even count
yes,
that.
yes.
Okay. All right. So this insurance job, when do we get our first draw?
We got 75,000
Okay.
April 11th
Okay. So what I want you to
or
do,
10th.
what it what, so you, let what I want you to do is to set aside 30% of every single one of those insurance jobs into a separate bank account.
Okay.
Okay. That because that's your gross profit. And if we dip into that, we need to know why. What did we fuck up? Okay. It's a modified profit first. I just we don't have time to set up 5 bank accounts and get in. We don't have time for that shit right now. Let's just run 2. Okay. We think this is going to be a 30% profit. Cool. Every check you get, put 30% on that job into your GP account. Okay.
Okay.
On your big home, 20%. Well, actually, that's 20%. And that's going to put us on a diet and force us to make smart decisions. Um, really, really simple. And if we have to take money out of the GP, I want you to explain to me what you're pulling out and why, and what we're going to do next time so that never happens again.
Got it.
Okay. So that and this is just this is my practical farmer way of handling the money until we have money to afford proper financial control. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
All right. It's kind of like my grandma with her envelopes.
It works.
It works.
It works.
All right. So what I what I'm hearing is, here's the other thing. I don't want us spending any money on marketing. This sounds like heresy, on ads, until your basement, I'm sorry, your kitchen hits framing. And so when you finish the design before you have the build contract, let me write our build contract, because I'm going to set the draws up in such a way that we will have billed over 59% of that project before framing starts. And so why? Well, because the material is going to be about 30% of the job,
Mhm.
and the labor is going to be about 29% of the job. So by the time framing starts, it doesn't matter what the homeowner does. We have enough cash to do the job.
Got it.
Okay. All right. I'm just doing that to protect ourselves. So, so, so then, when that job hits framing, the next draw after that, that entire check goes into marketing, the entire check. Okay. Or it goes into a third account called your marketing account.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Got it.
And here's the thing. Let's do this. Here's the play. We need a little bit of cash flow, just just to keep things steady Eddie, in the bank, through completion of all the specs. Straight up. So what's going to deliver that to us is going to be Google Local Services. The thing is, right now, with such instability, political instability, you got a trade war going on with China, you got tariffs with Canada, that where all our lumber comes from, you have ice raids fucking driving up the cost of labor. There's just you have interest rates still stubbornly high. The middle class is tapped. I'm surprised we even have a 100K kitchen to build, because when I look across America, across the entire portfolio, the kitchen and bath market is crickets. But additions, custom homes, spec homes, build to suit strategy homes, smashing it, absolutely smashing it. If a basement is meant to add livable space, that's technically an addition, even though it's not. That's doing well. But those jobs all require a crazy amount of design.
Mhm.
So now it's not that the kitchen and bath market disappeared. It's that it dropped down to the handyman market, because these homeowners, instead of these middle class people, instead of over borrowing against their home equity to play Chip and Joanna Gaines, now instead they're deciding to do it in phases. Like, hey, maybe we'll just repaint the cabinets, do the flooring and a backsplash now, and then finish the rest of the kitchen later. That kind of shit. Okay. What I'm finding is those people are typically, they're price sensitive, and they are typically, when I look at the keywords that are bringing those kind of jobs, counterintuitively, it's not kitchen contractor near me, because it's all the design build, expensive looking contractors hitting those keywords. Instead, it's handyman contractor near me, affordable home improvement contractor, affordable renovation contractor. Okay, those kind of keywords. But so we want to further stack the deck so that we can get in front of those by hitting what are called Google local service. Google service. You're hitting Google local services ads, because that goes straight to a fucking phone call, and it's at the top of the search result. So we have that stacked with a map ad so that we show up in the map, and then a Google ad. Yeah, we're going to be running probably $55 leads, probably $300 appointments. But the thing is, with these fuckers, you're going to have to run 5 appointments to get a deal. So we're going to be spending $3,000 to get the work. It's going to be pricey, right? But the average ticket's going to be 25, 30 grand.
Okay.
With this pull and replace kind of work, I really don't like running Google ads for this at all. I prefer SEO, just because this is so fucking expensive. And the reason why it's so expensive is because everybody can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And everybody's starving right now, except you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Well,
It,
who's the other guy from Minnesota? He reached
yeah,
out to me.
yeah. That's oh, he's way north of you. That's Dan Marginin.
Yeah, yeah. He called me yesterday, want to know pricing on a garage.
Yeah, smart guy. He's a great dude. You definitely want to work with him. But
Yeah, he does a lot of handyman. Is that right?
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
tons of handyman. He's stroking it on handyman. But here's the great big thing. We we're on those lower level jobs. Normally in good times, I want to hold a 55-60% gross margin on that work, because it's a pain in the ass. There's so much operational logistical involvement in it, but so many moving parts. Um, but with the market being where it's at, and with our cost structure, don't go below 35%. Right. What we'll do is we'll pitch at 40% and then brand champion it down to 35. That way we get a review, a testimonial. They feel like they got a deal, and we're crazy profitable because our overhead is like 6%.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right.
What what's your opinion on finding the people to get this work done? That's
Easy.
my
That's
biggest
easy.
concern.
That's the easy part. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to sell all that work, but you're going to schedule it to start 3 weeks out. And the reason why is that gives us a full week of selling to get 3 or 4 days booked. And the moment you book your first job, we turn on the advertising. Indeed and ZipRecruiter are my secret. They're my secret tricks for this. And what we're looking for is a good old boy who knows how to build everything, great attitude, terrible business owner. We are looking for Peter Grubish who never met Lane. Okay, that is not a home builder. That is a remodeler or a handyman. Does that make sense? I'm not saying you're terrible at
Yeah.
business, but
No, well, fuck, I wouldn't be here if I was.
no, stop. You're
Oh, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying is I got
yeah,
an idea. It's just that
yeah.
we need to go to the next level.
Right. We need a guy that's incompetent at sales, who doesn't know how to manage people, who blames the customer for why he didn't get the sale, who blames the employee for why quality is shit. That is the guy we want. Okay. The one that complains that there's nobody good that wants to work anymore. I can't build a crew. We want that fucking guy. Okay. It's not that there's nobody that wants to work. It's that nobody wants to work for you, boo boo. Right. You got to charge top of market so that you can pay top of market. So you actually get people worth a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so these guys are not going to be cheap. They're not. All right. Because here's the deal. We need to make working for you as attractive as keeping their business going. And the reason why they're gonna fold up shop is because they can make the same money working for you without having to sell, without having to spend money on marketing, without having to manage employees, without insurance, without accounting, without taxes. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so that number is about 80K a year. We're not going to put them on salary. Oh no. What we're going to do is we're going to change the way we estimate on these handyman jobs. And so when you go to a job, you're going to think of things in terms of 2, 4, and 8 hour increments. 8 hour being a full day, and you're always going to round up. So if you think it's going to take 4 1/4, it's going to 8. Okay. And so if and here's the deal. Here, I'll share my screen. So if old boy, if it's going to take 40 an hour for us to attract old boy, then what we're going to do is we're going to sell at 133 an hour. Okay. And we're going to include rough and installation material into this package. And I'm going to tell you, when you do it by this rule of thumb, your rough material is going to wind up being about 12 to 15%.
Okay.
So this is a down and dirty way. If you can eyeball and know how long something should take without having to spend any time crunching numbers, you're going to hold about a 55% gross margin or better. Okay. So for example, let's say it's we're doing we're drywalling a room, and you think it's going to take 8 hours to drywall. Okay. Or I'm sorry, to paint, whatever. Yeah. What's a full day job, a common full day job, you think, for somebody who knows what they're doing?
I guess it depends on what we're doing. That's kind of a loaded question.
Okay. In the springtime in Minnesota.
I mean, if you're to do a, I'd say where most people are in the spring is going to be repairs. If it's going to be siding repairs, it's going to
Sure.
be exterior repairs.
Okay. And how many man hours typically is in a siding repair, vinyl siding, 20-year-old house, 20, normal 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2,200 square feet.
I mean, in my opinion, I think if you got to pick up materials, you got to get there, you got to
Mm-hmm.
do it. I mean, your minimum of four, and honestly, you're probably pushing to eight.
Yep. Okay. So that 8 repair times our rate, you would sell that job for 1,064. And so
I mean, my
just
plumber, here's a perfect example. My
mm-hmm,
plumber is putting in a new furnace in a apartment building up in Prior Lake.
mm-hmm,
Literally, we have to move over a stud, um, put a piece of drywall and redo the siding on the exterior. And the apartment building has the siding, so we don't need to find it.
mm-hmm.
And I charged him 950. We should be in and out in 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. See, amazing. So in this hypothetical job, you would have charged that homeowner 1,064. You'd probably have 159, call it $160 in paint, replacement, siding, caulk, okay, screw, fasteners, and you'd have about 319 and 20 cents in labor. And so your 1064 minus your 159 spot six, which is your templated material, minus your labor. Okay. You would have cleared 585. When you divide that by 1064, you hit a 55% margin right on the nads. Okay. So yeah, this is crazy profitable work, but again, it's how you sell it. And so this weekend, while I'm getting this prepared for you, what I want you to do is come into the classroom, and next time I want you to come down to handyman sales and home improvement sales. So handyman is how to run jobs less than 10K, and home improvement is for that 10 to 80K buy box. And then let's have a conversation about process. The bottom line is, when somebody calls in, you figure out what the scope of work is, and it sounds like it's less than a 2 day job. We're not going out there to give them a bid unless they give us a $69 diagnostic deposit. And here's the thing: you're going to collect that deposit 1 out of 3 phone calls, maybe 2 out of 5, but you're going to get 9 out of 10 once you submit the bid in the home. So
Gotcha.
you don't have a lot of time. So we're going to have to screen, we're going to have to invent ways to screen out the pikers and the penny pinchers, so that you're only spending time with decent people.
Yeah, no, that's the biggest obstacle we're up against.
Yep. So we'll fix that but you got to be disciplined. Right. So it kind of, for most guys, when it's their first time out of the gate spending money on ads, and here they are basically scaring away a lead with a diagnostic deposit. A lot of guys get sick to their stomach about that. I'm like, well, choose your heart. Deal with that or run yourself ragged.
Yeah.
Right. So that's something I need you to study because I can't do that for you.
No, no.
Right. But
Um,
here's the thing though. We're only going to run those ads as a supplement because Monday, we're launching an email and an Instagram campaign targeting every realtor every realtor and real estate broker in your market who sells over 12 houses a year, whose average sales price is over 650,000. So these are all fucking whales. And those are the people that are going to I love realtors for this handyman home improvement buy box that doesn't need any design. Because yeah, I mean it's just yeah, the realtors aren't as good for like they're great for spec homes and custom homes, but for like remodel, they're not that great. For repair work, handyman work, they're amazing. Right. So I'm going to be setting about 2 appointments a day for you until you've got your bench of relationships. We may not need to spend money on ads, but that's okay. We're going to build up our ads war chest. Yeah, so that and if handyman doesn't need it, cool. We'll put that into design build and book us some build to suits and some additions so that we can hit 5 mil minimum this year from a cold start.
yeah, because I think I told you that was the other thing too, is that my realtor that's currently listing my Owatonna project,
Mm-hmm.
they have a developer in Green Isle that's got, I don't know, 40 lots. They're looking for a builder to come out there. They
Yeah.
want to connect with us next week.
Wild. Absolutely wild. That is see, you're already making it happen, stud. Um, yeah, so I say this is gonna be about a $5 million year for us. You say we're shooting for 10. Let's put
But
a let's put a
all
all
I care about at the end of the day is it's not as
yeah.
much about the number as it is about the profit
All
and the
right.
system.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So let yeah, I like to gamble. All right, you like to gamble. All right, so let's put the line at 6 million. If we go above 6 million, holding a 35% gross, all right, I owe you a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. And if we come in below, it's coming the other way.
What if we go double? What if we go double or nothing at 8?
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Fair enough. We got ourselves a gentlemanly wager here.
At 8 million, we're going to be doing more than that. That's for sure.
Fuck yeah. Well, it's
What
gonna be
that we should clarify is that in build or built?
built, cash collected. Ah, yeah. All right,
Just a little
fine.
bit more
Screw it.
excited.
We'll run both bets. That way they can wash. All right, so we'll look at it built and we'll look at it cash collected.
Okay.
All right, sweet.
Um, how should I be approaching this when that developer calls? Like, obviously have the meeting, but my
Yeah,
guess is they're going to want us to build a spec there.
yeah. You take the meeting and I would explain that um, we want to do it. We have a backlog and introduce to him the build to suit strategy. Tell him the only way we could fit you in the time frame you want is by running a build to suit strategy. But as a spec strategy, we're covered up in specs.
So, what should we do about the other 4 lots I have in town that we're not going to be building a spec on currently? How do we approach that to try and do a build to suit strategy?
Yeah. So remember that marketing budget we talked about?
Hmm.
So we're gonna take our gross profit and our marketing budget and we're going to invest about 3 grand a lot into getting a site plan, a floor plan, and renderings. And then we're going to take we're going to take that to our favorite realtor at the time and have them list it, right? That way they can pre-sell the lot, right? And we'll have the homeowner go get a construction loan and we'll build the fucking thing. And then
Because I already have a site plan for one of them, so we
yep.
literally just have to render it and
Mm-hmm. Yep.
get it moving.
I mean, it's a lot more secure. It's a lot safer when we have the buyer on the hook before we build it, right?
Well, fuck, we can control our profit.
Yeah.
I spent 60 grand on interest on these 3 spec houses.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
this is how we're going to pre-sell it for this is how we're going to sell it to the realtor. This is how this realtor is going to love you and do whatever you want for the rest of their career. Because we're going to tell the realtor, listen, don't throw these on the MLS just yet. We're going to set up a funnel for you where through Instagram, and basically that ad is going to be get on our list to get access to the homes before they even get on the market. All right, because that's what every homeowner wants. And so what we'll do is we'll just run that ad using mini chat, just like those bonsais that you shot. Okay, it'll be the exact same structure. Okay, so I'll write a script. You'll tell the realtor, hey, I just need you to shoot this script, walk like you and the realtor at the lot, looking at the plans, and saying like, hey, this is I'm Karen, this is Peter, and we're solving Minneapolis's quality housing shortage problem. So if you want to get access to our listings a week before they go on the market, comment fast buyer now, right? And see what we're doing. And so we'll build that list up for that. Oh my God, we're basically handing that realtor free money, but we put $1,000 behind that, Peter. It's going to be good for us too. You want to know why?
I'm listening.
Because the same homeowner that's thinking about building is also the same homeowner that's thinking about doing a crazy remodel. They are in the love it or list it dilemma. So that list that we build for the realtor, we're going to market to that list for remodel. I'm not just going to give that to the fucking realtor.
Um, so could we do that in 2 areas at the same time? We'll
Yeah,
do it two separate.
absolutely, bro, absolutely. All I need is the video shot. I'll have the scripts done for you this weekend. Just need the video shot. I'll get the automation set up. I'll schedule you with Sam to get our brain connected to whoever realtor's Instagram that we're using, and we'll run it.
Um, do we want to do anything with the current lots that we haven't broke ground on yet?
Yes. Well, no, we will. Like that's what we're marketing for is those lots.
Well, they're technically on the MLS right now.
Let's take them off technically until we have our renderings, our drawings, and
And I
and
have all that already.
yeah. Okay, cool. So you know what? Let's go ahead and run this program for those lots.
Yeah, because I've got 4. What the fuck do I have left? I have 10 total lots in Owatonna, of which 3 have built on.
Yep.
So I got 7 total lots left to build on.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll use this strat. Now, again, these homeowners are opting it. The reason why I'm not marketing these lots directly, number one, that's illegal. Number two,
Good point.
yeah. No, number two is I want to catch them at higher funnel to see if we can't persuade them to remodel because that's faster, more secure cash for us.
Mhm.
That's strategy behind this.
Yeah, no, and I'm with that. The
Yeah.
only thing is the only thing I'll tell you is in Owatonna, we're not getting, which is fine. We don't care that they're not $500,000 remodels.
No, who gives a fuck? Yeah. That's fine.
As long as we can sell our gross profit, that's all we care.
All I care about is making our percentage, man.
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
So
And then our trust funnel that I shot them reels for, that's all going to be going off at Lake Minnetonka area.
everywhere. Yeah. Anybody who engages with our content, with our website, with everything, they're getting retargeted with those 40 reels that cover the common questions, the serious questions, the sales objections, and the expectations they should have working with us. Yep.
Got it.
Yep. Dude, this is
So
this.
we
Go ahead.
we could use the same script that you're going to write for my
Mhm.
Ortona lots. We could also use it for Elko.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you just shoot one video. I'll just run the ad in those two different regions,
The
right? They're
only
gonna
thing that would be different is the
opting into the market, the market list.
well, the realtor. It's two separate realtors.
That's fine. Okay, then just use the exact same script, shoot two different videos. That's all. That's fine.
Okay.
Yep. Dude, you like I feel like we're laying the ground to be 8 to 12 million next year.
I mean, we're at 8 now this year. We're going to be at
Well,
20.
not sold. Sold is what got you in that cash flow crunch. Built.
No, I'm
uh
with you. The
cool.
bigger obstacle is this all the stuff that's down the pike. We just got to survive for today.
Well, and that's why we're not spending any money,
Yes.
right? So the those cash distributions you got on that last insurance job on everything else you got, that's Peter's walking around taking care of the family money until the basement goes live.
The kitchen, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, the kitchen.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, what doesn't cost us anything are the outbound emails and the Instagram DMs to get more appointments with these realtors. Because I'm telling you, if you do two of these a day for a week, you're gonna end up, that's 10 referrals. For every 10 meetings. For every 10 meetings, you're gonna get two immediate referrals for like pull and replace shovel ready work.
Perfect.
Okay. And so that, right. So yeah, man, this is all exciting shit. And I will let you know whenever, when the instantly that we're using instantly to manage the communications. When the outbound campaign goes live, I'll give you the thumbs up Monday morning. There's no point fucking with them now, until Monday morning. And then when one does reply, please text me immediately because I'm going to backseat drive you what to say next.
And where am I going to see that coming from?
Their responses,
Yes.
either in your email or in your Instagram.
Okay.
Yep.
I just want to make sure Instagram's set up correctly on my phone, so I'm getting that shit.
Yep. Yep.
So should give my realtor a call and say, hey, we need to shoot a video next week.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Yes,
Sounds
sir.
good.
All right, man. So we got our marching orders. You good to go?
Yeah, the only thing I guess is for me, the home improvement handyman sales. What other thing you want me working on?
That's it. That's it. Focus on that this weekend, just this weekend. And then once we get these cold realtor appointments coming in, then we're going to shift gears to a very specific way to handle these realtors. I need you to handle these realtors that you don't have a relationship with, so that we can do a referral for every 10 meeting. I'm sorry, a referral for every 5 meetings.
Got it.
All right.
One thing when I call her Jennifer to talk to her about shooting this video, how should I pitch it?
Say, hey, I'm going to make you my realtor of record on these jobs. This is my strategy. I've invested in the floor plan and the renderings. I own the lots. What I'd like you to do is to pre-sell these projects. And what I'm going to do before you start pre-selling is you and I are going to run a campaign targeting homeowners to jump on a list to get notified of affordable quality new home construction before they hit the market.
Okay. And is she gonna pay for any of that marketing, or we're just
No,
gonna
just tell
we're
her, hey,
just
we're gonna pay for it. We're gonna build the list. I just need just need you to work that list and get me some buyers.
okay?
Take the commission. It's a dream job.
It's an amazing job.
Right. Right.
And fully clothed their bathing suit.
Bro. I know. I know. I know. I know. That's being a little salty. But anyway, um the and she's gonna say, what's in it for you? Just say, look, I'm number one, I want to move these projects, and number two, I want deep, mutually productive relationships with realtors that are going somewhere. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, and we need connections on her Instagram.
Oh no, she said once she shoots the video, just say, hey, I'm gonna connect you with my marketing team, just so that we can get this funnel set up using your Instagram, and we'll go from there.
Perfect. All right. Well,
Let's
I
rock
get
and
to work.
roll. Let's rock and roll,
Make
sir.
it happen.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
Alrighty. See you
Holler at me.
later.
I'll see you.
Sounds good.